2018 is here at last. New games, new possibilities, and new ways we can slurp up the next batch of potential disappointment. And when we're done with that, it'll be the time where we can scream at the Video Game Awards for not giving our game of choice the Game of the Year.
Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you! I'll tell you!
I'm not exactly planning on all of these coming out in 2018, mainly from the ones that we still know little to nothing about, because all we've gotten so far is a pre-rendered trailer and the forbidden 2 words that like to show their ugly faces on said pre-rendered trailer. So let's just go ahead and get those out of sight and out of mind. Come with me, will you, as I address the games you really should be looking forward to in the year 2018. Yeah, no fucking game, no fucking hype with this fucking motherfucker! Pre-rendered trailer. And I haven't even played the first Beyond Good and Evil, but when there's a jetpack monkey who's trying to beat my Sailor Mouth, I mean, how else am I supposed to react to that? Hey, if it delivers, it delivers. Can't really complain. I know some people are turned off with this newfound choice of vocabulary, but it's been 50 billion years since the first one. The people who played the first one are now in their mid-20s with no regards to that sort of thing, and have many more reasons to live than I do, so say fuck to your fucking heart's content, Beyond Good and Evil 2. It speaks volumes how far Nintendo has Metroid fans bent over a barrel just by showing the number 4. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because much like being bent over a barrel, if I keep showing meager trailer footage, this video runs the risk of having Nintendo's massive throbbing content ID claim blasting it. Time to cry like an anime fan on prom night, because it looks like Capcom wants to keep last year's promise of trying to revive old IPs, and Mega Man, its original darling, is getting the treatment first. I hope this game does well and performs well, definitely. It kinda does look like they're playing it rather safe, but who knows, maybe they can do something we've never seen before. What exactly can you do with Mega Man's playstyle to make it stand out from their other installments? But if you can't do that, then at least make it better than shitey number upside down 6. And more importantly, is Capcom gonna deliver with some of their other IPs if this one does its job? I could use another Onimusha, and another Beautiful Joe, and another God Hand, and another Okami, and another Power Stone, and another Darkstalkers, and another Dino Crisis, and another Breath of Fire, and another Ghosts and Goblins, and another... I'd have more to say about Kingdom Hearts 3 if I had more to say about Kingdom Hearts 3. Call me cynical, but this'll probably be Final Fantasy 15 2.0. It'll come, it won't blow anyone away as the best game ever, but it'll deliver, it'll satisfy, people will go home with a smile on their face, and it'll be remembered in the way it deserves. What were you expecting? I'm not the guy you go to for high-minded material about Kingdom Hearts. Oh man, these last 2 years have been great years for fighting games. I'm not expecting Dissidia NT to be the most mechanically complex fighting games ever, but do any of us play Dissidia for mechanics or polished gameplay? No. We play it to see all the characters we loved experiencing in their original titles bounce off their personalities with each other and to just fool around with them in a style that's unlike the traditional playstyle of their games. Although this game is technically 3 years old, but fuck it, if you want me to get technical, then you buy me a plane ticket to Japan so I can hit the arcade. Okay, so this came out of nowhere. As is duly noted on my channel before, I've always been more of a Soul Calibur guy. I'm definitely gonna gobble this up, and maybe there can be a major improvement in the creative character mechanics. Maybe they can revamp some combos. Maybe the guest character can actually make sense this time, and maybe, just maybe, the story won't fucking suck. Though if we want to talk about high-maintenance fighting mechanics, we need not look any further than Dragon Ball FighterZ. The first Dragon Ball fighting game to be considered for esports and competitive play, Arc is pulling out all the fucking stops. I don't even have any funny things to say about this, it just looks straight up mad. Like someone decided, hey, the only real way to reenact the fights from the show is to make it look like the show. You had me alone at these graphics. The shit looks hand-drawn, I need my hands on it, and I propose just handing Arc System Works every single IP ever for like everything to make fighting games out of. Hell, give them multiple IPs to make crossovers. And speaking of which, god, I am so good at segues. BlazBlue's little foray with the Persona 4/Ruby cast. Yes, this is a thing, this is real, and I'm honestly okay with this. Tune in next time when the cast of Guilty Gear meet up with the Negimon Disgaea characters or some other equally mad shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Atlas Lightning Round! So Persona 3 and Persona 5 are getting the good old dancing treatment. I ain't got much to say on that front, just so long as it's a cross-buy and I don't have to buy both fucking versions. Rhythm games are my ultimate chill-out games, so yeah, sign me up. Still haven't heard anything about Persona Q2, fuck's up with that. Catherine's pretty much getting a Catherine Fest, or Catherine Golden, or Catherine Final, or Catherine insert subtitle for whatever Atlas game re-release. New story elements, new cutscenes, even a new character. How about that? Was there really a need though? I mean, the story was pretty tightly knit as it is, with all 3 endings being incredibly satisfying as hell. Well, I mean, well, technically there are 8 endings, but shut the hell up, I'm trying to make a point here. And the point being is that this is kinda not necessary. Please note that I use my words carefully. I said not necessary. I'm excited to see what it has to offer, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, just that the game itself wasn't calling for any sort of tweak like this. And finally... Oh, okay. This is another walking simulator. I mean, I kind of like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It looks kind of similar. It seems like there's going to be another supernatural feel to it. Oh man, what is this thing? Is there going to be some sort of running mechanic? What the fuck? He has a gun? What the holy mother of Osiris? What is that thing? What exactly is going on? Oh my god, this is so fucking cool! What is that? Superpowers got the core emotions? Oh my god, I want this game right now! So, Witchfire looks neat. I hope Agony is going to offer more than simply the shock value that I've seen in practically all the gameplay trailers up to this point. Agony is looking like Doom's weird cousin. You know, the weird cousin everyone has. The one whose bedroom is decked out in Cannibal Corpse posters. Looking kind of like Silent Hill if it got a Rob Zombie paint job and if it was directed by Junji Ito. Apparently it's trying to go full survival horror, and honestly, yeah, I can see the effort involved. I just hope it's more than just trying to gross me out. A 2D player narrative-based game? This has never worked before. But hell, it's worth a shot, at least until we can get this right. I'd consider it a success if I don't have to yell at my brother on the other side of the couch to get the crowbar so we can wreck that security guard's shit. And I don't have a good segue into the next game, so... A Way Out? Yeah, I certainly want one! While I wasn't looking, Akame got killed in Dark Souls, fucked in the back room of Bandai Namco Studio, and this is the horrid love child? I kid. I'm able to eat up any sort of tactical action RPG that any developer wants to try out, so long as they have something unique to add to the table. Neo had battle stances, Surge had a technocracy robot thing going on, Salt and Sanctuary had a nice aesthetic in 2D play, and Lords of the Fallen had, nice music? I can't exactly pinpoint their unique mechanic, either because they haven't displayed it yet, or I haven't noticed and I have the observation skills of a fucking mook. But we will cross that edgelord bridge when we get to it. Who knows, maybe you can go full fucking Legacy of Kain on their asses or some shit. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Can people actually get legitimately hyped about a Spider-Man game? Yes, they can. God, I feel like it's 2004 and we're looking at the Spider-Man 2 game again. I mean, when even the quick time events are exciting, you're doing something right. Insomniac's got me sold. Yeah, I know, I'm a soulless fucking chode. You got a problem with that? You see anybody making action games about you? That's what I thought. Go to your room. What else am I missing exactly? I guess a lightning round of some honorable mentions? Things that I might like but don't have enough heart invested in? Jesus fucking Christ. Still haven't heard anything about the good old Resident Evil 2 remake. Speaking of remakes, one of my favorite games of all time is getting the remastered treatment because... Why? Why is this necessary? The game still looks fine. I mean, like, what are you offering here? More remakes, though Secret of Mana still makes more sense than goddamn Shadow of the Colossus. Ni no Kuni 2, fine a fucking lead, but these whole sequel but with different characters things always has me cautious. I really wasn't sucked away with World. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not a game I would play on my own, which is a shame. And maybe that's the point, but God bless any developer that still has half a ballsack and wants to make single-player focused experiences. Emotions. Is We Happy Few still a thing? Is that a thing that still exists? Lightning round. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't want to care because it pisses me off. Don't know why people are actually hyped for this. And I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I'm trying to look at. I'm officially convinced Hideo Kojima is not making a game, but is rather trying to raise a giant middle finger to David Lynch and test all of our patience until we cave in and go to his house to look at his goddamn bottle cap collection. Well, I'm not falling for it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you again. Fool me 3 times and I'll make my own baby vor allegory for male pregnancy. Then you'll go look at my bottle cap collection. Take that, Kojima vagina. Oh yeah, there's also Bayonetta 3, but... I haven't forgotten about you, Itsuno-san. This isn't over.